Welcome to Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. Last week, when I went to my dentist appointment, my hygienist Hillary met me with a smile and promptly said, "Lighthouse parenting." During my visit to her, I shared with her the concept of lighthouse parenting. It's different from helicopter or snowplow parenting, which hovers and overprotects children or plows down any challenges to them. Lighthouse parenting allows children to make mistakes, take risks, and learn from them. Lighthouse parents stand by ready to help if absolutely need be, but they let the children know that they can try, they can fail, but that the parents will be there if they need. Hmm. Hillary told me she started approaching her parenting in that way, and it's been amazing. She said enthusiastically, "I flipped the switch." Ooh, I like that line. Flipped the switch. She hadn't approached it with, "I think I might try that." Nope, she went home and did it. It didn't stop there. While doing my checkup, she asked if I flossed every day. I'd admit it, I don't floss every day. She showed me how it was affecting the health of my teeth. Guess what? I flipped my switch. I understood better why flossing daily is very important, and guess what? I went home determined to change it, and I have. Do you remember a time when you were impressed enough by something to cause you to flip a switch and change your mind, a habit, or a way of living? They can be powerful moments. I wonder what causes it to stay, to not last momentarily and then fade. It's like the life myths I shared a couple weeks ago, the stories in our lives that describe something that happened which caused a lasting change in us. Flipping our switch is like that. What is it that happens to a person that is impactful enough to cause them to flip their switch? As a teacher, I love seeing when students flip the switch after struggling to make it through for some reason, and then through some happening, they suddenly flip a switch and everything changes and they soar. We all know those who resist the flip of a switch by making excuses not to buy into the change for a variety of reasons, such as apathy, cynicism, laziness, or simply habitual doubt in anything. When it comes to making changes to better our health, our attitudes or beliefs, bad habits or ways of living, it's always going to take effort. That is why those switches often remain unflipped. Life goes on, teeth go bad, health erodes, relationships go stagnant or sour, and we don't live our best lives or give our best to others. Do you know anyone who holds grudges? Always seeking revenge? What would be different if the person or persons in your mind would suddenly flip their switch? Kind of like Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. Remember how he went from being a miserly, vengeful, deceitful, and angry person to so happy to be alive that he was giddy, giving his money eagerly to help others. He was the epitome of a flipped switch. It is said that acid does more harm to the thing it is stored in than to that which it is applied. Let me repeat that. Acid does more harm to the thing it is stored in than to that which it is applied. Life is too short to have a switch that needs flipping. Don't ignore it out of stubbornness, cynicism, laziness, or apathy. You're worth so much more than to be less than you can be. Last week, we went to Wartburg College for Scholarship Day. I ran into our former mail carrier, Mary Eisen, who now worked in the advancement office of the college. She shared with me how she decided to make the change of jobs and what it has meant for her life. We talked about being able to edit our lives. Then Mary said, "We are editors." Ooh, like a switch flipper, I thought. Later, after the event, I ran into our good friend Dick Moeller, a retired veterinarian. We talked about things we loved doing. I told him I love writing podcasts, like he probably loved delivering calves. Dick immediately responded, "Oh, I loved doing that." I said, "Really?" Dick replied, "Who doesn't like new life?" Wow, that paints the flipping a switch concept with gold. In the end, when you flip a switch to grow, to change, to become better, you put a newness into your life. You become an editor. Like Dick said, who doesn't like new life? Especially when it's your lived life. When the decision is made and you commit to a change, there is newness inspired by doing hard things because you know it is good for you. Sometimes it is morally right. It may help others to be better. And you feel so good about putting forth the effort to be your best self. What switch needs to be flipped in your life? Stay open. Be ready to notice the moment and then grab it. Flip your switch. This week, on your bathroom mirror, write, I will be open and ready to flip a switch. Join me next Monday for Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.